Hey everybody, this is Benjamin and Brian Tercero. We are local brothers and realtors here in the beautiful Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now, if this is your first time on this channel, we're here to get you educated on what it's like to be a Santa Fe local, and more importantly, to help you become a local by serving you throughout your entire home buying experience. So make sure that you tap that subscribe button so that way you're notified every single time that we release a new video.
So if you're planning on making a move to Santa Fe or the surrounding area for that matter, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text or email, or just leave us a comment down below. However you want to get a hold of us, we're here to serve you in your move to the Santa Fe area. Now in this video, we're going to be giving you our updated list of top 5 pros and cons of living in Santa Fe. Let's get started.
And also make sure you watch the other one too, because there's some good stuff in there also. All right, pro number 1 is our rich culture and history with just a dash of quirkiness. Pack your bags, dust off your cowboy boots, and get ready for an adventure of a lifetime as you consider moving to Santa Fe, otherwise known as the City Different, where history and culture meet these idiosyncrasies plus just that good old Southwestern charm. And with its rich tapestry of art, architecture, and delicious food, Santa Fe is just the perfect place to call home, and we've got the inside scoop because we actually live here to convince you why. And starting with the fact that cowboy boots are completely optional, and as are ponchos, as are all Western-style clothing for that matter. Now let's start with the history. Santa Fe's history dates back over 400 years, making it the oldest capital city in the United States. That's right, we win that competition. Native Americans, Spaniards, and even ghosts, yes, I said ghosts, have all left their mark on this vibrant city. Now you can dive into the past at the Palace of the Governors, where you can learn about the city's founding and marvel at the walls that have survived centuries of political turmoil. And then there's the adobe architecture that you've probably been obsessing over when looking at homes in the area. Adobe architecture is the hallmark of Santa Fe's unique aesthetic. These sun-dried mud brick buildings dot the landscape, creating a harmonious blend, this beautiful blend of earthy tones and organic shapes that'll make you feel like you're living in a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. Plus, they're eco-friendly, a bonus for those looking to reduce their carbon footprint. Even our more modern construction styles still maintain the earthy vibes in order to honor the adobe architecture of the past. And then there's the food, which is as much a part of our culture as the Zia symbol. So loosen your belt as you dive into Santa Fe's culinary scene, a delightful fusion of Native American, Spanish, and Mexican flavors. Feast on green chili cheeseburgers, sopapillas, and blue corn enchiladas. And don't forget to try the local chocolate elixir at Cacao Chocolate House. It's a 1,000-year-old Mesoamerican recipe that'll send your taste buds on a time-traveling adventure. Lastly, we know how to party. There's no shortage of festivals and events throughout the year. You can immerse yourself in the city's vibrant culture at the Santa Fe Indian Market, the largest Native American art show in the world, or dance in the streets during the annual Fiesta de Santa Fe, where you'll celebrate the city's unique heritage and parades and food and music. So if you're looking for a place that combines history, culture, and just enough quirkiness to keep you entertained for years to come, Santa Fe is the perfect spot. Just be prepared to develop an insatiable appetite for green chili and the occasional ghost story / maybe encounter. Also, you may see a tourist or two that takes the Southwestern aesthetic a step too far and could be mistaken for Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber, but hey, you gotta love the passion.
All right, con number 1 is the high cost of living. If you're considering moving to this beautiful city, you should know that it's going to cost you a pretty penny. Let's take a look at some of the reasons why. Okay, we have to be honest. Housing in Santa Fe is expensive, like really expensive. The median home price in Santa Fe is over $600,000, which is more than double the national average. And if you're looking to rent, prepare to shell out at least $1,500 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. But don't worry, it's not just housing that's expensive in Santa Fe. Everything else is pricey too. Groceries, gas, grocery receipts, taxes are all above the national average. And if you're a fan of eating out, prepare to pay top dollar for that fancy McDonald's double quarter pounder with cheese and green chili. So why the heck is everything so expensive in Santa Fe? Well, for one, it's a tourist destination. People from all over the world flock to Santa Fe to experience its unique culture, art, and history. And with tourism comes higher prices. Another factor is the city's location. Santa Fe is nestled in the mountains of northern Mexico, which means that getting goods and services to the city can be expensive. And with limited competition, businesses can charge more for their products and services. It's just how economics work. But don't let high cost of living deter you from moving to Santa Fe. There are plenty of ways to save money if you're willing to be a little bit creative. For example, you can take advantage of the city's many free events like concerts and movies in the park or art exhibits. Look, the cost of living in Santa Fe is high, but it's not impossible to manage. With a little creativity and a willingness to explore, you can make the most of what this beautiful city has to offer. So if you're considering making the move, just be prepared to tighten your purse strings a little bit. But hey, It's going to be worth it.
All right, pro number 2 is the beautiful natural scenery. The natural beauty of Santa Fe is as breathtaking as getting punched in the gut by Mike Tyson, except that you'll feel better about your life afterward. If you're considering moving to this stunning city, get ready to be blown away by the incredible scenery that's going to surround you. Santa Fe is surrounded by mountains, the Sangre de Cristo Mountains to the east, the Jemez Mountains to the west. They both provide a stunning backdrop to the city. Plus, we have the Ortiz Mountains and the Sandia Mountains even further in the distance to the south. And if you're a fan of hiking or biking, there are likely hundreds of trails within a short drive from the city, ranging from easy strolls to some seriously challenging treks. Treks that'll make a trip to our Co-op REI store worthwhile. Seriously, make sure that you're prepared for those hikes. Don't go wandering in Diablo Canyon in mid-June without water canisters or a hat. I mean, it's not like I know from experience or anything. Moving on. It's not just the mountains that make Santa Fe a beautiful place to live. I mean, we've got lakes and rivers and ancient ruins all within short drives from our town. And let's not forget about the beauty of the desert. Yes, Santa Fe is situated in a high desert, which means that the landscape is dotted with cacti, sagebrush, and other unique flora and fauna. And yes, I know the meaning of the words flora and fauna. And with over 300 days of sunshine a year, you'll have plenty of opportunities to explore all that the desert landscape has to offer you. And then there are the perfect blue skies throughout the day, followed by what can only be described as majestic sunsets every single night. Seriously, there's almost nothing better than watching the sunset with a glass of wine or a margarita in hand. Santa Fe is quite simply gorgeous. Just come take a look.
All right, con number 2, and it's the limited job opportunities. Welcome to Santa Fe, New Mexico, where the job opportunities are as scarce as the ocean views. Just kidding. There are jobs, but if you're considering moving to this beautiful city, you should know that finding a great job is going to be challenging. Look, Santa Fe is a small city with a population of just under 100,000 people in the city. It's not exactly a bustling metropolis, and with a small population comes limited job opportunities, especially in certain industries. But it's not just the size of the city that's a factor.
That's what she said.
Santa Fe is also a city that's deeply connected to its cultural heritage. The city is home to dozens of art galleries, museums, and cultural sites, which means that many of the available jobs are in the art and cultural sectors, which historically don't pay extremely well. If you're not an artist or cultural enthusiast, you may find it difficult to find work in Santa Fe. Another factor to consider is the cost of living. As we discussed in a previous point, Santa Fe is expensive to live in. This means that even if you do find a job, it may not pay as much as you like, which can make it difficult to make ends meet. But don't let the limited job opportunities in Santa Fe deter you from moving here. There are plenty of ways to make a living if you're willing to be a little bit creative. For example, many people in Santa Fe work in the hospitality industry, which is fueled by the city's thriving tourism sector. And there are job opportunities in the medical field, some tech opportunities, and of course, the Los Alamos National Labs, which is always hiring. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, there are plenty of jobs in the tourism and outdoor recreation industries. Whether you want to be a hiking guide, a river rafting instructor, or a ski instructor, there are plenty of opportunities to make a living while enjoying the great outdoors. Plus, you can always work remotely or thrive as an entrepreneur running your own gig. The job opportunities in Santa Fe, New Mexico may be limited, but that doesn't mean that you can't make a living here. With a little creativity and willingness to explore different industries, you can find a job that allows you to enjoy all the beautiful things this city has to offer. So if you're considering making the move, just be prepared to think outside the box when it comes to your career. Who knows, you may just discover a new passion along the way.
All right, pro number 3 is the weather. The Santa Fe climate is about as mild as a bowl of Texas tomato sauce. I mean, chili. Now, Texas digs aside, if you're considering moving to Santa Fe, you'll be happy to know that the weather here is pretty dang great. Santa Fe is situated in a high desert, which means that the climate is nearly always dry and sunny. With over 300 days of sunshine a year, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities to enjoy those great outdoors. And with an average annual temperature of around 60 degrees Fahrenheit, you'll hardly have to worry about extreme heat or cold. But it's not just the sunny weather that's a perk of living in Santa Fe. The city also experiences 4 true seasons, which means that you'll get to enjoy the beauty of spring, summer, fall, and winter. And with so many outdoor activities available year-round, you'll never run out of things to do. Of course, no climate is perfect, and Santa Fe does have its quirks. For example, the city is located at an altitude of over 7,000 feet, which means that the air is thinner and the weather can be unpredictable at times. You might experience sudden rain showers or unexpected snowstorms, so it's always a good idea to be prepared just in case. But the storms roll out as quickly as they roll in, and then it's back to clear skies and sunshine with some double rainbows scattered throughout. And I mean, hey, if you were looking for somewhere with the same exact weather 99% of the time, you'd be shopping in Hawaii. But then again, you'd have to worry about hurricanes and tsunamis and an even higher cost of living. And is that really worth it? Just kidding, I love Hawaii, but the thought of being trapped on an island does scare me, I will be honest. The climate in Santa Fe, it really is beautiful. With plenty of sunshine and 4 distinct seasons, you're gonna get to experience the beauty of nature year-round.
Con number 3 is allergies. Now, if you're considering moving to the city, you should know that it's not exactly allergy friendly. As we just mentioned, Santa Fe is located in a high desert climate, which means that the air is dry and it can be dusty. This can be a breeding ground for allergens like pollen, dust mites, which can make life miserable for allergy sufferers. But it's not just the climate that's a factor. Santa Fe is also home to a wide variety of plants, including juniper, cedar, and sagebrush, which can all trigger allergies in susceptible individuals. And with the city's proximity to the mountains, there's also the risk of allergies to grasses, flowers, and trees. Seriously though, the juniper pollen is no joke, and it's not uncommon to see layers of that yellow demon dust on cars and other surfaces. And forget about it if you happen to bump into a juniper tree, because you're gonna find yourself in a cloud of mustard gas. So, what can you do if you're an allergy sufferer and you're considering moving here? Well, first of all, it's important to be prepared. Make sure you bring plenty of allergy medication with you and consider investing in a good air purifier for your home. Some of us get annual allergy shots or go to many of the other alternative treatments. It's also a good idea to be mindful of the time of year when you're planning to do outdoorsy things. Spring and fall tend to be the worst seasons for allergies in Santa Fe. So, if you can avoid going out a lot during those times, you may be able to minimize your exposure to allergens. And of course, just pay attention to the weather. If we expect high winds, it's probably best to stay inside and just sip on a margarita or something delicious. The allergies in Santa Fe, New Mexico may be a concern for some people, but it's not a reason to rule out the city altogether. With proper preparation and a little bit of caution, you can still enjoy all the city has to offer.
Okay, pro number 4 is the vibrant art scene. Let's talk about this art scene. Santa Fe is an art lover's paradise, boasting over 250 galleries, and it is one of the largest art markets in the entire United States. Wander along Canyon Road, where you'll find this dizzying array of art forms, from traditional Native American pottery to modern abstract sculptures. And just when you think you've seen it all, you'll stumble upon Meow Wolf, an immersive, psychedelic art experience that defies the laws of space, time, and maybe even your sanity if you allow yourself to dive headfirst into the storyline. And one of the city's most renowned art institutions is the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, which is dedicated to the life and work of the famous American artist who lived and painted in the area for many, many years. The museum boasts an extensive collection of O'Keeffe's works and rotating exhibits featuring other artists who share her passion for the Southwest landscape. In addition to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, Santa Fe is home to many other art galleries, museums, and cultural institutions. The Santa Fe Art Institute, for example, hosts regular exhibitions and events that showcase the work of emerging artists from all around the world, while the Museum of International Folk Art celebrates the rich cultural heritage of the region and the world through its impressive collection of traditional folk art. And one of the most unique aspects of Santa Fe's art scene is the abundance of public art installations scattered all throughout the city. From colorful murals to whimsical sculptures, these pieces add a touch of creativity and inspiration to everyday life in Santa Fe. And it's always changing. Now, whether you're a seasoned art collector or simply appreciate the beauty and creativity of the human spirit, Santa Fe's art scene is not to be missed. With its rich culture and heritage and thriving community of artists, this city embodies the spirit of the artiste.
All right, here we are on con number 4, and it's the limited nightlife. If you're considering moving to the city, you should know that it's not exactly known for its constant and wild nightlife. First of all, Santa Fe is a small city with relatively small population. It's not exactly a party town. And with a predominantly older population, it can be difficult to find a lot of late night options in the city. But it's not just the size of the city that's a factor. Santa Fe is also a city that values its cultural heritage and traditions, which means that many of the city's activities and events are centered around art, music, and theater. While this can be a great opportunity to experience the city's unique culture, it can also make it difficult to find a lot of nightlife options for those that just want to hit the clubs. Now, there are a few venues that throw some very cool dance parties, but it's not a nightly thing, and really not even something that happens every weekend. If you are a frequent clubber, you'll likely need to spend more time in Albuquerque for that, which is only an hour's drive away, so it's still very doable. The limited nightlife in Santa Fe may be a concern for some people, but it's not a reason to rule out the city altogether. But the truth is that Santa Fe is more of a place to come when you want life to slow down a bit. That's the vibe here, and with a little bit of creativity and an open mind, you can still enjoy a fun and fulfilling social life in Santa Fe. Just be prepared to embrace the unique culture of Santa Fe and find ways of your own to have a good time. And when the dance parties happen, dance your little heart out.
Okay, pro number 5 is the active outdoor lifestyle that comes with living here. I will again stress the 300 days of sunshine a year. You're never going to run out of opportunities to explore the great outdoors. And whether you're a seasoned hiker or just a weekend warrior, Santa Fe has something to offer everyone. And one of the most popular outdoor activities in Santa Fe is hiking. The city boasts countless trails ranging in difficulty from easy strolls to challenging treks. The Dale Ball Trails, located just minutes from downtown, offer over 22 miles of well-maintained trails with stunning views of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Now, if you're looking for a more challenging hike, the Atalaya Mountain Trail is a must-do. With a summit of 9,121 feet, the views from the top are absolutely stunning. Of course, you have to make it to the top first, but still. Santa Fe is also home to some of the best skiing in the country. Just a short drive from downtown, Ski Santa Fe offers over 70 trails and over 1,700 acres of skiable terrain. And don't worry if skiing isn't your thing. There are plenty of other winter activities to do, like snowshoeing or tubing. But the outdoor fun doesn't stop when the snow melts. Santa Fe is also a mecca for mountain bikers with miles of trails winding through the mountains and mesas surrounding the city. The La Tierra Trails is a local favorite, offering over 25 miles of single track through beautiful high desert terrain. And living an active outdoor lifestyle in Santa Fe isn't just good for your physical health, it's also good for your mental health. There's something about being surrounded by the natural beauty of the high desert that just makes you feel good. So, if you're looking for a place to call home where you can live your best life, there's no reason to look further than Santa Fe.
All right, con number 5, and it's the high elevation, which can make for some interesting experiences for those who are considering moving here. So, before you pack your bags and head to the land of enchantment, here are a few things you should know about the high altitude. First and foremost, you'll need to adjust to the thin air. At an elevation of over 7,000 feet, Santa Fe is one of the highest cities in the United States, higher than Mile High Stadium. The air is so thin here that you might feel like you're walking on the moon. Don't be surprised if you find yourself out of breath after a short walk or a flight of stairs, but hey, at least you'll be getting a great cardio workout even without trying. One of the most amusing things about living at high elevation is the effect that it has on your cooking. If you're used to cooking at sea level, you're going to need to adjust your recipes when you move to Santa Fe. As atmospheric pressure decreases, water boils at lower temperatures. We were all taught that water boils at 212 degrees, but that is only true at sea level. With each 500-foot increase in elevation, the boiling point of water is lowered by just under 1 degree. So, at 7,500 feet, for example, water boils at 198 degrees, which means that making pasta and rice can be tricky, and it might make you feel like a cooking failure. And don't even get us started on baking. You're going to need to adjust your oven temperature and baking time to get the perfect batch of cookies. It's a science. But it's not all bad news. The high elevation in Santa Fe means that the sunsets are absolutely breathtaking, like Benji mentioned a moment ago. The colors are more vibrant and the sky seems to go on forever. And if you're a stargazer, you're in luck. The higher elevation means that you're going to have a clear view of the night sky and you'll probably see more shooting stars than you've ever seen before. And let's not forget about the health benefits of living at high elevations. The lower oxygen levels can actually be good for your body. It can help increase your lung capacity, improve your circulation, and boost your metabolism. So, if you're out of breath when you first arrive, your body will eventually adjust and you'll be healthier for it in the long run. We actually have professional athletes that come to train in Santa Fe specifically for the benefit of higher altitude. Living at high elevation in Santa Fe can be a challenging experience at first. Sure, you might need to adjust your cooking and take a few deep breaths when you first arrive, but the stunning sunsets and the health benefits make it all worth it.
So there are our updated pros and cons for living in Santa Fe. This is an incredible place to live, and yes, there are some challenges, just like with most things. Santa Fe is called the Land of Enchantment for a reason, and odds are that if you're still watching this, it's because Santa Fe is still calling you home.
So again, thanks for watching, and if you're planning on making a move to Santa Fe or anywhere in New Mexico for that matter, just give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, or just leave us a comment down below. However you guys want to get a hold of us, we're here to serve you in your move to the Santa Fe area. Let us be your guide.